Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, it was a little later than usual, but the party ran over. So that's why I changed it to 4, but I figure if I got back before then we could start early, I guess. But let me know what you guys are reading or working on. I know in the first sprint, I will have to order school pictures. It's very interesting how they do it now. You basically pick the picture package that you want, and then they make the package based on whichever one you pick. So I have to do that for both of my kids because picture day is tomorrow. So I'm gonna do that, and then I have to fold some laundry, kind of get caught up on things that would have been done earlier, but we had a party to go to. So um, we're gonna do that, and if I can actually get to some reading, I'm going to be reading Brittany's The Woman in Me. So we'll see. We'll see. But if you're here, let me know what you're reading or working on, and we'll get started with our first sprint. Double N Jen says, hi. Hello. Welcome in. Kat. Hello, Alicia and Jen. I'm finishing up Atomic Habits. That's such a good book. I enjoyed my reread through it. I probably want to go back through and kind of tab a few things because I didn't tab while I was reading it. I should have, but I didn't. So I'm going to go back and do that, but at a later date. Hello, Glenda. Double N Jen says, hey, Kat. Jen says, I used to hate the cost of pictures. Trust me, I hate them too. Because they're not too expensive, but being that I have two kids, it's like adding them together makes it more expensive. But I keep telling myself it's both kids, and we usually do like a 1 8x10. It's like 3 5x7s, and then there's like wallet size. And we usually do the 8x10 because we have like a picture of each of them on one of the walls in our house, and we just kind of update that picture every school year. And then the 5x7s usually go to like the grandparents, and then wallet size, or even sometimes they'll do like a 3x5 or a 4x6 size. Those will go to the next in line, and then friends and whatnot can do the wallet size. So, but it's a lot. Glenda says, I'll be reading Skin by Ivy Zoboy, a YA novel in verse. I don't know if I've heard of that one, and I'm sorry if I butchered that name or title because it's interestingly set up. I hope you're in. Just come out. Swank says, howdy everybody. Happy World Gratitude Day. Happy World Day of Peace. Happy Chai Day. And happy birthday, Stephen King and H.G. Wells. Wow, they have birthdays on the same day? I mean, I know people are going to have birthdays on the same day. I just didn't know those particular people had birthdays on the same day. My little search bar also says Saturn at opposition, whatever that means. Saturn is doing something. Well, I am grateful that you guys came and hung out, even though it's not at 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm glad that you guys came and hung out. And will hang out and do some reading sprints with me. Kat says, I tabbed a bunch this reread. Yeah, I would have, but I'm not opposed to going back and rereading it and looking for the things I wanted tabbed. Ren is here. Hello, hello. Double and Jen, I never even got senior pictures. I was way too broke. Yeah, I think I'm trying to think. Did I have senior portraits? I think I had to do I did the one because you have to do at least one for the yearbook. I did that one, and then I think my mom ordered like the smallest package you could get. And it wasn't much, but it was just enough that uh, I could give it to family and then like a select few of friends that I knew were like moving away because I knew I wasn't going to see them. And I think one of them like made a collage. Like she had different frames and she kind of put us all together. It was fun. Glenda says hello to Jen, Cat, Swank, and Ren. Ren says reading Arcana Academy. How are you liking it? I have not been hearing too much about it, so I don't know. Like I hear people are reading it, but I haven't heard too much. So you'll have to let me know if it's good because I have that on my radar. I'm reading Mothman Tales. Oh. I know of Mothman, but I do not know. I didn't know that there was a book. I'm waiting for the Advil to kick in because I've had the gnarliest headache today. And I don't know if it's just like the lack of caffeine because I was like off and running and going to the birthday party with my daughter, or if it's like allergies because I also had to do my allergy eye drops this morning. So it could be a combination of both. I don't know. But I'm hoping that the Advil will kick in soon because my head is like it feels like it's all right here. Like if I squeeze my temples together and then go like this, I can relieve the pressure, but then it comes back. So it's definitely like part allergy, I think. Ren says hi to Glenda. Jen says, hi, Alicia, working on a sewing project, listening to Salem's Lot. Hope you're well. For the most part, like I said, I've got a gnarly headache, but I did take some stuff for it. So, but other than that, this day has been good. I got to sleep in a little bit, had breakfast, went to a birthday party with my daughter for one of her classmates, and then now I'm here hanging out with you all lovely people. Glenda says hello to Jen. Kat says, hey, Glenda, Swank, Ren, and Jen. Hi, Kat from Ren. Faithful Duo is here. Hi, Alicia and Chat. I'll mostly be lurking. Lurk away. You can come and go as you all please. Hi, Alicia from Lily. Hello, hello. It's by Stephen R. King. Is that different than Stephen King, or is that the same author? I imagine if it's Stephen R. King, then it's probably a different author instead of just Stephen King. Ren says, I'm loving Arcana Academy so far. I find the tarot-based magic system super fascinating. Ooh. I think I've only read one other tarot-based. Was it tarot-based? I mean, there was tarot cards in it, but I don't know if it was tarot-based. But it was The Cloisters. I forget the author. That one was okay. I didn't really enjoy it, but I think if they had done it slightly different, because it was more like there was tarot, but there was antiquities. So, and it was like an academic setting, but there was like a weird subplot. I look forward to reading this one though, because I do want to read about the tarot-based magic system. Anything with like a magic system is kind of neat. Lily says hi to Ren, Glenda, Cat, Swank, a faithful duo. Hi, Jen from Lily. Ouch, hope your head feels better soon. Thank you. Honestly, like I said, I think it's the caffeine. Because I had some coffee this morning, but I didn't get to finish my coffee. And when we were at the party, the mom only had like the little tiny 6-ounce cans of soda. So I had some of that, but it's not budging. And it was like a little, like tiny baby headache when I first started to go to the party. And by the time I was done and we left the party, I was full blown, like, let me go to sleep headache. But I was like, no, I can't. So I'll probably just go to bed early. And I did wake up like twice last night. So it's all compounding. Lily says, happy birthday to my number one favorite author, Stephen King. Happy birthday to him. Ren says, I'd describe the book as more of a slow burn romantasy that takes place at an academy where the characters learn to wield the magic attached to the tarot cards. Ooh, we like a good slow burn. I might have to check that one out. I'll see if my library has it. If not, then I will add it to my list of books to get when I earn my Barnes & Noble runs. Ren says, hey to Casey. I'll be rereading Salem's Lot by Stephen King. Everyone is doing the Salem's Lot reading. I don't know if I could do it, though. No. Swink says, no, he's different. Okay. Glenda says, hello to Lily and Faithful. Heather Sullivan, hello. You may be new. I don't recognize the username, but welcome. Hello, hello. Hey everyone, halfway through The Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping and reading Cozy Creek collection on Kindle. Ooh, let us know how you are liking them. Welcome, welcome. Lexi is here. Hi, reading Lore Olympus Volume 3. I love Lore Olympus. I just finished Volume 8 not too long ago. And I'm excited for 9. I need to see when it comes out because I know it comes out this year, but I don't remember when. It's sometime between now and the end of the year. Lily says hi to Heather and Lexi. Glenda says, hey there, Heather and Lexi. Kat says, my favorite king at Lily. Yep. And Lily says, Kat. Lexi says, I love it too, which is why I'm rereading 1 through 6, and then I'll get to 7 and 8. I know. And like the way that they're like portraying the gods and goddesses and just the colors that they used, like the color palettes that they used for each of the gods and goddesses and just the world in general. I love the color palettes. Nice, bright, different colors. Each one is a different color. I just love that. Lexi 9 comes out next month. Oh, okay. I need to plan for it because that's like an automatic buy, but at the same time with my reading challenge, I need to earn it. So, and I think October is going to be mostly like Halloween-ish reads. So, or like fall-based reads. So, I'll have to plan accordingly so that I can hopefully do it as like an easy month. Which means then November will have to be a little more challenging, but I can do it. Hopefully we don't have too many events going on in October and November besides like the holidays. But I know like we have to see what school functions are doing because I know parent-teacher conferences are coming up, and I know that there are school functions. So, all of the things. All of the things. I'm so excited for 9, though. All right, I think that is the bottom of the comments. So I am going to go ahead and find. Nope, that's not the one we want. We want that one. How about this one? Ooh, I can do that one too. I'll go ahead and start the first sprint, and I will see everyone back here in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting. Wow. Okay. That's a good cookie. Welcome back from a sprint. I was in the middle of taking a bite. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but this is just a quarter. This is just a quarter of a piece of cookie that I got from Gideon's Bakehouse yesterday when I went to Disney Springs. It is their seasonal limited edition cookie. It's like a pumpkin bread chocolate crumble cookie. Oh my gosh. I might have to go back and get another one. Because that's good. But we'll see. Because I still have another cookie in there. I can show you how big the cookies are if you want to see it, but they're huge. What did I do that sprint besides try a cookie? I tried the cookie. I ordered the kids photos for tomorrow, their photo packages, and I folded two loads of laundry. And I'll have to excuse me, a cookie crumble in the back of my throat. I'll have to find you the Lego that I put together this morning. It is the first piece of fall/Halloween decor that we have up. I have to get the boxes out today so I can put that up over the week. But that's what I did. I tried the cookie, I ordered the kids' photo packages, and I folded 2 loads of laundry. So let's see what you guys got up to. Let me find our... I think we had a couple of people pop in. Wow, where are all the comments? Okay, here we go. The last comment we had was 9 comes out next month. This is in regards to Lore Olympus, because Lexi is reading volume 3, and I was saying I just finished volume 8. We love the series. We cannot wait for volume 9. And they are not small. They are chunky. But I'm here for it. I can read them in a day typically. So I love it. Anne says, on my way home from grocery. I hope you got everything that you needed or wanted and it was not too expensive. I know I went to do groceries on Friday, and I think I spent $2.15. Not bad, but it could have been better. Like, things are getting expensive. Kat says hi to Lexi and Anne. Lee says, hey, Alicia and chat. I'm still not feeling well, but I'm going to try to get some reading for the day. And I said hello to both Anne and Lee, and I hope that Lee feels better soon, because we do not like being cold, have a cold, not feeling well. But it's that time of year, and I know that it's going around. So make sure you're taking all of your vitamins, drinking plenty of fluids, having naps if your body tells you you need a nap. Do all of the self-care things, and make sure that you stay up to date with everything so that you don't get sick and you stay healthy. Kat says, hey, Lee, a get well hug. Yes. If I had the kitty with the healing vibes. I love that when Paula plays that. We all need a healing kitty vibe, like video. Anne says, now I need to put stuff away. I know. I don't like putting groceries away, but we all have to do it. I just don't like it. Don't like it either. Hi, Lily from Faithful. Lee says thank you to me and Kat. Feel better soon from Faithful. Kelly is here. Woo! I'm so glad I caught you. So welcome. So glad that you're and you're welcome to join us. That you made it. Kelly says, I'm reading Nice Dragons Finished Last by Rachel Aaron. Let us know how you're liking it. I need to get going on The Woman in Me, and I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 books that I need to get to before the end of the month. 2 of them are book clubs. 3 of them. 3 of them are book clubs. So I need to finish those because 2 of the discussions are next week. Don't worry, I'll get them. They'll be my priority reads for next week. Lee says thank you to Faithful Duo. Anne says, okay, Neely and Lucy are putting the groceries away, and I am going to rest for a few minutes before I read. I can never resist a good rest before reading. Anne says, I'm reading Haven by Emma Donoghue. Let us know how you're liking it. Donna is here. Hello. How are you? What are you reading or working on? Let us know. Donna says, I'm setting up my DIY literature degree and waiting for my hubs to update me on how our car is as it stopped working when we were out today. Oh no. What happened? Let us know. Hopefully it is an easy fix because I know how cars can be finicky sometimes. Sam's here. Hello, hello. She goes, oh, hey. Glenda says hello to Kelly, Donna, Lee, and Anne. Annie is here. Hi, everyone. I'm reading Lost Among the Living by Simone St. James. Ooh, let us know how you're liking it. Or if you're just starting. Donna says hey to Glenda. Lee says hi, Glenda. All the hellos. Anne says, Donna, I'm sorry about the car. Did you get a Christmas tree? A Christmas tree? Are we getting Christmas trees already? I haven't even thought about Halloween. Anne says hi to Glenda. Pacing through the pages, Jen says, got to 38% in Salem's Lot and about 1/3 of the way through my sewing project. Going to switch laundry during the chatty bit. Nice, nice. Very productive. Donna says, thank you, Anne. No, I started to feel a bit anxious and said we'll come back next time. Fair enough. Kelly says made it to 58%, but now we have to do a grocery run. Yup. Have fun at the grocery store. We'll be here. Let us know what you get. Lexi says I just have a few pages left for Lore Olympus 3. Ooh, love it. Lee says I got 2 chapters done in the Maple Sugar Crush. That sounds familiar. Who is that one by? Let me know. That's a chunky cookie? Yes. Well, each cookie that you can get from Gideon's, they have a limit on how many cookies you can get. You can only buy 6 cookies because they are a half a pound each. I'm not joking. They're like this big around. So you figure this is a quarter of the cookie and it's that thick. So that's half a pound. They're so delicious. I will go get one in the next sprint so you can see it as a whole. And I usually cut it into 4 pieces. And so they're huge. Huge. They're about the size of the palm of my hand. I can tell you it is absolutely delicious. The crumble pieces that I keep pulling off the top are a little dry, but I think that's how it's supposed to be. But the cookie itself literally tastes like pumpkin bread, and then it has chocolate chips in it. It's absolutely delicious. If Disney Springs wasn't like an hour away, I would go back and get one. But they do have one that's outside of Disney and theme park properties. I just don't know where it's at. And I know that they don't have one here in Tampa. I wish they did, but at the same time, I don't wish that because I would be there a lot. And I would gain so much weight. But so when I go to Disney Springs, it's like a nice treat. Jen says this time is year is a giant temptation with it. Yes, it is, because you figure with all the different foods between Halloween and the candy, and then you've got Thanksgiving and the pies, and even at Christmas, you can do pies and cookies and candies, and it's a lot. It is a lot. So maybe I should start my New Year's resolutions and exercise stuff now so that I'm already in the groove for 2026. Because we gonna need it. Lee says, thank you for the laundry reminder. My dryer just stopped. You're welcome. Like I said, I'll probably have some more laundry to fold, but today is our laundry day. So if you are also doing laundry, here is your reminder to check it, switch it, or fold it. Ren says, made it to 42% of Arcana Academy. Ooh, I need to see if my library has this. I'm going to pull up the website as a reminder because I want to read it. I'm feeling left out with all the new releases, but I can't keep up. I have to read other books too. Faithful says, read a bit and in bed. Nice. Sounds relaxing. Anne says, I'm going to bake some blueberry muffins later. Ooh. I don't have blueberry, but I feel like I should make the strawberry muffins I have. I think I will. I'll make strawberry muffins this week. Glenda says, got to page 79 in Skin. Are you liking it? Let us know. Kat says, that cookie looks delicious. I had a crumble cookie yesterday. Galaxy brownie cookie. It was yummy in my tummy. Ooh, are they as big? Are the crumble ones as big as the Gideon's ones? Because these things are massive. But if I find that we have a crumble cookie place around, I might try them and compare them to Gideon's. But it's really fun because you have a bunch of different Gideon's characters. Let me show you the artwork. I keep all of my things in here from Gideon's because they have so when you go to Gideon's at Disney Springs, they give you what is a menu, and then on the front is some of their characters. And so each month they have a different character, and it tells you, there's a little on the back, this was December's. It'll tell you what their morning exclusive cookie is, and they also have an evening exclusive, but then they also have a limited edition flavor cookie. They have enormous cake slices, cold brews, they have other beverages, and you can just, they're so adorable. And then they started doing little I think these were the two that kind of started it. So you have that one, and then you have this one. And if you ever get to go to Gideon's at Disney Springs, my goodness, their aesthetic for the outside of the store and the inside of the store is absolutely amazing. They have bookcases that go all the way up, and then some of them kind of curve, they kind of curve over. Some of them look like they have, they've curved over enough that they have the dried, they're drying flowers, and it hangs out of the It's so cool. And they have books, they have candles. And then, so this was the one for this month. And then the one that I'm trying right now, their limited edition cookie is pumpkin bread chocolate crumb cookie. They also have a banana bread chocolate chip, an original chocolate chip, cookies and cream, triple chocolate, pistachio toffee, and peanut butter crunch. They are just absolutely huge. But they started doing it where in each of their box of cookies, you get like a little character card, and it tells you about the characters on the back. So these are all the characters that I've collected so far from just the boxes. So they are very much like, it's so neat. And then this is the one I just got. This is Woman of the Wake. So I'm kind of hoping that I can get more of them, because I like, this one is number 6. So I'm missing the first 5. And then I want to put them in like, like the like almost baseball card collector folder things. I want to put them in there, but I don't have enough to start doing that. I mean, I do, but I don't. I want to collect a few more. But they have fun things, like they have like, here's the Stuart and Bonnie, like they have pins. And then December they had Santa or Kris Kringle and Krampus. So I'm trying to find, there we go. And it's just like little like pins that you can add to your shirt or pin board or whatever. They did one that was colorful. It was Year of the Gargoyle. There we go. So very cool. I like it. They also have like t-shirts and candles and stickers and stuff like that. But I always go after the pins. I don't know why. But the cookies are so delicious. I don't know how they make them or how they make them that big, but so delicious. Faithful says to Anne, nom nom. Kat says, yum, Anne. I love blueberry muffins. Me too. Jen says, I've never been there, Kat. Their cookies are a lot. LOL. I know, if I could find one, I would like to go and try them. Kelly says, same, and I'm going to get them all. Yeah. I would probably get them all if I could, but I know at Gideon's, I don't know how Crumble is, but at Gideon's you have a limit. You can only get up to 6. Kelly says, but I'll read Blow Out the Candle tomorrow. Okay. I don't feel bad. I'm going to start reading that one, I think, tomorrow. Well, I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but I'm going to try, because I need to finish the Britney Spears book. Miss Courtney from Tangible Reads is here. Happy Sunday, everyone, or just hello Sunday. Hello, hello. Let us know what you're reading and working on today. Faithful says hi to Courtney. Courtney says, hoping to finish my book today since I work all day shift tomorrow. Ooh. What book are you reading? Let us know. Hi, Faithful from Courtney. Donna says it would not start, but everything else worked. Currently, his father is getting it towed and says it might be the starter. Ooh. Yeah, I would say if it like doesn't turn over and it makes a clicking sound, that's the battery, but it could be the starter as well. I hope it is an easy and simple, non-expensive fix. I will send those vibes your way. Our groceries were expensive. Yeah. There was one time I went to the grocery store and I swear, like, I stuck to the list, didn't buy any extras, didn't buy duplicates if I didn't have to buy duplicates of things because, like, like one milk versus two milks or uh three lunch meats or two lunch meats, whatever. I stuck to the list, no extras, nothing. Just got the essentials that were on the list, and it was like close to $300. And I was like, what? Who? Why? But I noticed that some things, because I had compared receipts, some things had gone up in price while other things went down in price. And I was just like, y'all, this is a lot. So I understand. Donna says, I threw out my old Christmas tree and wanted to get a new one when I was out today. Oh. Do you know what size you're going to get? Like how tall? Do you know exactly what you want? You just have to go and pick it out, right? Now, do you guys do like the pre-lit Christmas trees, or do you get one that's not pre-lit and then put the lights on yourself? Because I have those. I have the ones where we can put them up and then we have to string the lights, which we like because then my husband gets he likes the blinky lights. So we get the multicolored blinky lights. And then I have my tree that I sit here in the library, and that one has no blinky lights, but I have white and blue for the Ravenclaw colors, or at least the blue. Faithful says, what are you sewing, Jen? Yes, let us know. Sam, I read a few pages in Siege and Storm, trying to read as much of that for the final book support group readathon. Then tomorrow is Witchathon. Ooh, do you have all your books picked out for Witchathon? I don't know. I need to see what the prompts are. Maybe I can fit some of my reads in. Faithful says, is that a simple fix, Donna? Maybe. Sam says, now I want a cookie. You have to be careful, though. I saw what you wrote in the group chat, and you need to make sure that you're watching yourself, ma'am. You can have a small cookie. A small piece of a cookie. Lee says, Maple Sugar Crush is by Beth Labonte. I got it on KU. That's not the one I was thinking of. What was the one that I was thinking of? I'll have to see if I can find a book, because I know that there was one. I want to say it was like Maple Sugar something, or maybe it was like maybe it was Sugar Lake. I don't know. I'll find it and I'll let you know, because I thought it was like Maple Sugar something. I'll look. Donna says, depends on the type of car, the person doing the fix, and the store that has the part or has to order it. Agreed. Glenda says hello to Courtney. Anne says Lucy stayed home while we went out. She has a history test Tuesday that she is anxious about. Ooh, what is the subject matter in history? And good luck to her on her test, because I know that is coming up very soon. Jen says to Faithful, my neighbor is a DJ and he gets patches from different bands and I sew them on his motorcycle jacket. Very cool. Kat finished Atomic Habits on that sprint. Yay! Well done for finishing. Gold star. Glenda says, yay for finishing your book, Kat. Agree. If we don't eat all of the bananas, I will make banana bread. Ooh, that sounds good right about now. Jen says, oh my word, that's adorable. Right? The Gideons, like all the characters. Oh my gosh. I love them. I wish I could find all the little like character cards. I told them they need to make a tarot deck. If they could pass that along to their marketing people, I think they should make a tarot deck or some sort of like deck of cards with all the characters. That would be absolutely adorable. Kat says crumble cookies have big cookies, and mini cakes. I got my hubby a cinnamon roll cheesecake. Ooh, that sounds so delicious. Now I want a cinnamon roll. Faithful says so cute. Courtney says hey to Glenda. Crumble out of control with prices, much like everything else. I'm gonna bake my own. How much are they? Do you know? Let me know. Because I know Gideon's, I mean, they're, like I said, they're half-pound cookies, but they're like $6 a piece. So, and I think that's also why they limit them. But they must have changed their prices recently because I know, like, well, I think the last time I went, I did get some of the pins, which adds on to my price. But, like, when you just go and buy the cookies and maybe a bottle of water, I think the cookies, and I only got 4. One was $6.50. The other 3 were $6 a piece. And then I got a bottle of water, which I think after like tax and everything, it was like $30, which wasn't bad, but still up there. Jen says, I'll be in Jacksonville in October. Ooh. Jacksonville's a couple of hours away from me, I think. I think that's like a 4-hour drive. I would have to Google it. Because I'm down near Tampa. I'll be near Jacksonville in October. I might have to see how far away it is from there. Yeah. But because I'm in the Tampa area, and I think, if I remember correctly, my husband says when he goes to Jacksonville, it's like 4 hours-ish one way, 3 to 4 hours. But don't quote me on it. I can ask him again. Anne says, I have corkboard that I put stuff on. Oh, like pins or different things. Corkboards are always good. I do have like a Disney pin corkboard, although someone was telling me corkboards are not good for the little things on the back. So, but there's a store down here that just, they sell different kinds of like backings and boards specifically for the Disney pins. I want to go check it out because they do have Disney pins that you can look at and possibly either buy or trade. And so I want to see. I want to test the waters because they even have like little books that you can put your pins in when you go trading. And I thought that was fun. Kat says Crumble changes their flavors every week, although they always have a chocolate chunk cookie. They also have a secret menu where stores have a special cookie. You check the map. Mine was special. Interesting. I wonder if those are like, you know how like some stores will be like what do they call them? They're like the test stores in a sense, where like they are bigger, slightly bigger than most of the stores in the area, but they're like the test market stores. So then they get all of the things first, and then if it works out, then all the other stores get it. Is it something like that? Because that would be cool. Courtney says reading Confessions by Kane Minoto. I butchered that name. I'm sorry. Hopefully you are liking your book. Let us know. Donna says, I spent $250 on groceries and still forgot things I need, but forgot to add them to the list. Girl, I do the same thing. I have to go to the store probably Monday after sprints to get eggs and what was the other thing? I wrote it on the whiteboard, thankfully, but I know I need eggs and I need cinnamon raisin toast. And there's a third thing on there. But I'm always forgetting something. And then I either always have to go back the same day or I go, no, I don't need it today. I'll get it tomorrow. But I gotta get better. Get better at making my lists. It's like I do the basics. Like I make sure that we have bread, lunch meat, cheese, milk, juice for the kids. I make sure that we have our bottled water, and then I make sure that I have enough like meat and breakfast material. And then after that, everything just kind of goes out the window. No way was going to just look and see which one I liked when I looked at it. I need to a pre-lit one. Fair enough. I'm excited to put up our tree, but when I bought the tree that we have for the living room, it is a 9-foot tree. I did not realize how of a behemoth that tree was going to be, even though it was like really tall. I was like, oh, 7-foot tree that we had before, it'll be fine. And how much more could it like bigger it be? It won't be that heavy, right? No. Imagine my surprise when 2 foot more of a tree. The box is bigger, the tree is heavier, and this one, when you put it into the base, the stand, the the branches are on like a hinge type thing. So as soon as you put it in, it like thunks down at the bottom, all the things lay out. And then you've got to build the tree, but then you've also got to like open up all the branches. So now I have a system. I do it so that I put the first piece in, I open all the branches and get them to the way I like them, and then I put the next piece in and open it up, and it go from there. It's a lot. I can't reach the top though, so I usually have to get either a footstool or I have to have my husband do it. It's funny to watch. Anne says we only go to the grocery store every 2 weeks. I could probably go to the grocery store every other week, but I go and I kind of do one grocery trip is like 2 weeks worth, but then that second week is anything that we ran out of from the first week. So usually like milk, eggs, bread, lunch meat, that kind of thing. It depends on how fast we can go through it. Because I can tell you, my husband will drink a gallon of milk on his own in a week. Me, not so much, because I don't use that milk unless I'm baking or eating cereal. So, but he will go through it. And my daughter is the same way. She will drink milk like there's no tomorrow. Anne says, I do not like the blinking lights. They make my anxiety worse. Oh, don't use them. Don't use them. I mean, they're pretty sometimes, but don't use them if you don't like them. That's okay. I personally grew up with like the standard, just glowing one. You plug them in and they glow. My husband, I guess, he grew up with like the blinky lights. So we compromise. We have 2 trees, one blinky, one non-blinky. And we're talking about adding, I want to get one of those like what do they call them? Like pencil trees. It's taller, but it's narrower. It's smaller. And we have to find a place to put it first. There's a cat and some laundry joining me.
He was in your basket.
He was in my basket.
Yes.
Come on. Come on.
We'll put that in the laundry bin.
No, you cannot have. We have a Ralphie. Apparently he was sitting in my basket of clothes. Sam says, I have some books picked out and we'll probably just mood read. Nice. Stop. He's now going after my cookie. I've got to protect the cookie. Hello, Nadim. How are you? Let us know what you're reading or working on. Sam says, actually, my sugars have been under 100 this weekend, so I've been good. That's awesome. We like to hear it. See? As long as you're doing good, you can have the cookie. We don't want to have you go into like a sugar coma. Not. Oh, now I'm gonna go check. Oh goodness. Anne says it's about the Roman Empire. Oh, interesting. Jen says, Kay, I'm reading that for my 75 soft challenge. Did you enjoy it? Yes, let us know. Hello, Nadim and Yarn Reader from Glenda. Sam says, but my biggest issue currently is back pain. The Stasia nerve is killing me this week. Oh, or sciatica. Maybe you're trying to say sciatica. Maybe I mispronounced it. How far are you again? Because I know I started having a little bit of back pain once I reached a certain week. And then after that, it just kind of went away. Nadim says, I'm currently reading The Secret of Secrets by Dan Brown. Is that the author that did like the Da Vinci Code, and I think there's one called like Angels and Demons? Is that the same author? Let us know how you're liking it. Hi, Glenda from Sam. Hi, Glenda from Nadim. Annie says, wow, half a pound? Yes. Yes. It is like, I swear it's like this big around. My cat is trying to, no. You cannot have the cookie. No. Cannot have the cookie. Lay down. He smells it, so he's trying to get to it. Molly, hiya. I've been watching for 2 sprints, but on the TV, so no talkie for me. No worries. Listen here. We're going to have to move the cookie because he keeps trying to go after it. Hello, Molly from Glenda. Anne says, I could not believe how the price of garbage bags has skyrocketed. Really? I will have to pay attention next time I have to get some. Or next time I go into the grocery store. It's been a while because I usually get like the big box of grocery bags, so I don't have to buy them as often. It would not surprise me though. Swank says, pretty kitty. You're a pretty kitty, Ralphie. Swank says, just made some fish and buttered corn and put in the oven apple cinnamon rolls. Oh my goodness, you guys are making me hungry. Sam says, 29 weeks. Ooh, you're getting close. I think that's about when my back pain, it would like come and go. Does it come and go? Because mine would come and go. Jen says, sorry, that was supposed to be for Kat about Atomic Habits. Oh, no worries. Atomic Habits is a good one to read. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. Especially if you're trying to like do like your habits or change habits, it helps you do all that. Talks about the different aspects. Nadim says, yes, Dan is the writer of the Da Vinci Code. Okay. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure, so I thought I'd ask. Molly says, if it's not made in the USA, the price probably rose or will be soon. Yes. Yes, indeed. All right. That is the last comment I see. So I'm going to star that one. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up the... Whoops. There we go. Pull up the cats. And we'll go into our second sprint. Right after I read Sam's comment. It does. Today it's more of achy every so often, but it's so bad Friday that I was in tears. Oh. It will get better. It wasn't like a... I think you're too early for Braxton Hicks. I was thinking maybe it was one of those, but I think it's too early for that. Keep an eye on it though. Did your doctor say whether or not you can use like a heating pad on low setting, or you might be able to get like one of those I have one. It has rice in it, and you can microwave it for like 30 seconds at a time and just kind of use it that way. Anne says, at one time I had a gadget to help put my socks on. I can't find it. I figured out how to do the same thing with a clothes hanger. Ooh, that's ingenuitive. Now, is that how you ask? Swank. There's a more nice way to say that. But yes, she is expecting. I haven't talked to my doctor about it yet. It really started after my last appointment. Oh. I would definitely keep them up to date for sure. Because like I said, well, I mean, I don't know. I never really had the Braxton Hicks part of it, but then again, I went into my doctor's appointment 7 centimeters dilated, and they asked me if I had any pain, and I told them no. And then Lorelai was born the same day. So you may be feeling more pain than I did. Jen says y'all inspired me to start laundry. Yay! As you say that, I have 2 loads of laundry to fold. So swank, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. It's all on my back, so I don't think it's that. Okay. It's probably has he been moving around a lot? Because that'll do it too. If he's been more active, then he's pushing on things. Might be giving your kidneys a punch. Swank says, I saw Alien too many times to pump out a puppy. He has. Yep. That'll do it. That'll do it. Tell him he's got to take a nap. He's got to take a nap. Kind of swaddle him and see if he calms down and he'll take a nap. All right. That's our last comment I see. I'm going to go ahead and start the clock, and I will see everyone back in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting. All right. Hello, hello, hello. How did everyone do on that sprint? Let me know how you all did. I got quite a bit done. Folded 2 loads of laundry. I did get my reading journal, so I'm gonna work on that next sprint. I did go get the Lego and the cookie so you could see the size. And I don't remember who it was now. I think it was like the Sugar Maple Crush, that series or that book. I thought it was similar to the one I was thinking of. It is not. The one I was thinking of is the Sugar Lake series. This is book 1 by Emily McIntyre. Apparently, she published these a while ago and they got new covers. I rather enjoy the covers. I don't know what they look like before, but that was the series that I was talking about. And then I went and got the cookie. They usually wrap the cookie in these like tissue paper things. And then they have them organized behind the counter. But this is a cookies and cream cookie. And this is how big it is. So if I were to put the palm of my hand right there, there you go. That's how big the cookie is. It's huge. So, hello, Isis. My husband threw the cat in. But that is how big the cookie is. And like I said, they are massive, but they are delicious. I did finish my cookie, so that was absolutely delicious. It had a little bit of like pumpkin with chocolate chips, a little bit of a cinnamon flavor in there. Definitely a fall cookie. I kind of wish I had time to like go back out there this week and get another one, all for me. But we'll see, because I know they change it. It's the limited edition cookies change every month. So we'll see. We'll see. So I got the cookie. I finished my part of the cookie. I folded 2 loads of laundry. I went and got the Lego that I built this morning. So this is our first, I guess, Halloween fall-ish. So it's like a little car with a guy in it, and he's hauling the pumpkin. I don't know why the pumpkin looks like he has to be mad, but maybe he's mad because he got hauled away. But this is the car. It took me about, I don't know, 10 minutes, because I started making breakfast, and then while I was waiting for it to heat up, the skillet, I started building it. But isn't that cute? So that will go and sit on our mantle. And then I was still kind of hungry, so I went and got 2 packages of Gushers, but not just any Gushers. These are Wednesday Gushers. They are a blueberry grape despair flavor. It's kind of just like a blueberry grape flavor. They're all purple, I guess you can say. But my kids picked those out, so I grabbed some to try. But that is all that I got up to. Oh, and I wrote my to-do list for tomorrow. So, because I have a couple of books to pick up from the library. Let's see. That's all I got up to. Let me see where we ended up. Our last comment was Sam was saying that baby boy has been moving around a lot. So that's probably why we have some back pain going on. Hopefully he'll settle down and you can relax. Faithful says congrats to Sam. Faithful says LOL swank. Ren says, probably will be in bed before the end of the sprint. Good night, everybody, and thanks for sprints, Alicia. You are probably already gone, but you are so welcome. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us today. Glenda says, good night, Ren. Have a good sleep and take care. Faithful says, night to Ren, as well as Courtney. Molly says, my October readathon spreadsheet is almost caught up, and I am 70% into Fallen Witch for Herkid. Is that what everyone's calling it? The like shortened version? It's like the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. Is that what it is? I've been trying to remember so I know what it is besides the acronym. Jen says, I got to 41% in Salem's Lot, and I have 9 out of 24 patches left. Ooh. You are making progress. Nadim says they read 12 pages. Swank says, wow. Is that it for the cookie, the size of the cookie? Yeah. This is a half a pound of cookie right here. Like I said, I'll cut that into 4s, and I'll just eat a little piece at a time. Lexi says, I finished Lore Olympus 3 and have been crocheting since. Nice. What kind of project are you working on? Sam says, made popcorn and boiled some eggs for the week. Ooh, nice. Well, I kind of want some popcorn myself. Annie says, got to page 96 in Lost Among the Living. It is slow-paced, but most of her books are, so I expect that. Ooh, nice. Courtney says, cute car. I know, right? It was one of the small kits that I got from the Lego store when I was at Disney Springs yesterday. And I was like, how cute is that? That I'm going to go and put it together. And that'll be like part of our... Because I have various seasonal pieces. And I saw that one and I was like, cute. And we do have some Christmas ones. We do plan on getting a new Christmas one this year. We just don't know which one yet. Because there's quite a few that we're interested in. Because we have, there's like a family Christmas tree one that has like layers in it. So like when you spin it around, you can see like almost like shelving on the tree. But it's like different scenes. And then there's also like a Christmas train one that we're looking at. And I think there's one more. Might be like Santa's sleigh or something. Santa's post office or something. I don't know. But we always do like seasonal ones, and they're always so fun. Sam says thank you to Faithful. Anne says, really enjoying Haven. 3 monks on an island trying to start a monastery. Very spiritual. Ooh, interesting. Sam says, I'm having to fend off Harry away from my popcorn. He's trying to eat popcorn? My kitty, you don't eat popcorn. Swank says, yes, the cookie. Yes, that cookie is, like I said, it's huge. Huge, but so delicious. Faithful says, okay, my eyes are burning, so I'm going to bid you all good night, lovelies. Happy sprinting. Good night, Faithful. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. I spent that sprint taking my Halloween happy picture for Instagram and posting it. Ooh, I will have to go take a look in the next sprint. I have not. I don't remember the last time I on. How rude. I saw that little blip. Is there a way I can schedule said like posts or whatever? I need to figure that out. It looks like the last time, good God, has it really been that long? last time I posted something was May, so I will try to do some more posts this week and maybe try to schedule some or figure out if I can, and then that way they can self-automate themselves. Hopping off to hang out with the hubby while he grills out dinner. Thanks for sprints, Alicia. Good night, friends. Good night, Kat. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I hope you enjoy dinner and hanging out with the hubby. Bean is now kicking me. Or moving closer to it. Oh, well. Apparently my Wi-Fi is having issues. Let me see if sometimes if I just turn the computer because the Wi-Fi is that way. See, now it's fine. I don't know. I don't know. Do you think he likes the food or he does not like the food? Swank says, Night Cat, see you Wednesday. Yes, indeed. Anne says goodnight to Cat. Glenda says goodnight, Cat. Enjoy your dinner. Take care. Good night, faithful. Have a good sleep and take care. Yeah, I saw the little thingy for Wi-Fi. It was telling me that my Wi-Fi was unstable, which it shouldn't be. It should be fine. I don't know. Like I said, I might have to get another Wi-Fi extender. I have one on the other side of the house, but I might have to get one for this side of the house. I'll have to see if I have another one or if I have to get one. We'll see. I think he does. Ooh. He's gonna be snacking. He's gonna love snacks. All right. Let's go into our final sprint because that's the last comment I see. So let's switch our little banner. And I'll pull up the cat again. See, we still have 2 minutes to chat, but I'm going to go ahead and stop it and start it for 45 minutes. And I will see everyone back here in 45. Happy All right, all right. How did everyone do on that final sprint? I folded more laundry. Surprise, surprise. Um, we had a laughable but teachable family moment. Um, my son got hungry, so he decided to make himself a sandwich. Nothing wrong with that. He did fine. However, the layers of his sandwich were as follows. He did bread with mustard, then a slice of cheese, then 2 slices of meat, then 4 slices of cheese, 2 more slices of meat, and 2 more slices of cheese, and then the bottom piece of bread. That was a lot of cheese. So Daddy was ready for whatever reason to be angry and go, I don't understand. So I said, I'll take care of it. And I said, hey, come here. I said, let's talk about this sandwich. I said, do we absolutely need this much cheese? I said, because you got to remember, we have to have the cheese last. 1, for other people's sandwiches, and 2, that's all the cheese we have until I can go to the store. So we talked him out of some of the cheese, made it a more reasonable sandwich, and we added pickles because he said he forgot the pickles. So we taught him how to layer and make his sandwich, and I folded some more laundry. I actually started reading, and I got to about page 43. So progress there. I'm beginning to understand already why they say Brittany is the way she is. So that's interesting. And I look forward to reading more. I have the audiobook that I've been listening to, and I have about 4 hours left of it. Will I finish it tonight? Probably not. But we shall see. I'm going to try to read some more of it because I want to finish it. If I can get, because let's see, how many pages? How many pages? I have it tabbed for 3-day read, but it only has 275. So if I can at least finish up to the first tab, then I could probably finish it tomorrow. And then I have to choose my reads for this week because these are the 3 book club things that I have to read. So I'm waiting for the audiobook for Zam Romcom. So I'm a little behind on this one, but not to worry. As long as I finish the book by their discussion, then I'm fine. This is Paula and Chantel's read. And then for one of my book clubs, the Shore Leaf Book Club, which is Kelly's from Cursed Dragon Ship, we are reading Blow Out the Candle When You Leave. And I believe this discussion is on Friday. Let me look at my calendar. Yes, Friday. So I have until Friday to finish this one. So, but I also have the audiobook for that one. And I really liked the first book in that one, so we'll see. And then I need to get started on A Light in the Flame. This is for the other book club that I'm doing. I know we have a discussion for Daisy Jones and the Six, but in my opinion, I have already finished it because I DNF'd it. Although I am going to do a test with it. I'm going to see if I can, because I had the audiobook and I wasn't really liking the audiobook. I wasn't really connecting with the story, but I'm going to try to read some with just my eyeballs and see how that goes. But as of right now, I think it's going to be a DNF for me. But we'll do those read the pages with your eyeballs test, as I would like to call it, and go from there. And then I have to read New Moon, which is for Donna's Twilight read along. so that I can get to Eclipse next month, I think. I have to look it up. I think they're doing Eclipse next month. I'm trying to stay on track. Excuse me. I was trying not to yawn, but it had to come out. All right, so let's see. That's kind of what I got up to. Let's see where we left off in the comments before we skedaddle. And I don't have my YouTube pulled up, so I need to pull that up so that if there's anyone sprinting, maybe I'll just put in the sprinting spreadsheet and you guys can go find sprints. If you know of anyone who is sprinting, if you are a mod, feel free to put any links in. If not, I'll do the sprinting spreadsheet and I'll try to find some links to put in as well. But let's see where we left off. Ooh, my laptop is getting toasty on one side. That's so weird. I wonder if the fan's not working correctly. I'll have to look at it. We're talking about Sam and snacks, and we think baby boy likes her snack. You were eating popcorn, right, Sam? Popcorn. He's going to be a snacker, which is nothing wrong with that. I like snacks. Molly says, thank you for sprints. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I'm so glad that even though I pushed back sprints due to another activity, I was glad that I was able to still do them today. And that you guys were able to come and hang out and be productive and read. Jen says, that's a good read, but sad. Oh, the Brittany one? Oh, thanks for the heads up. Because if there's a sad part in here, I'm probably going to pull out the tissues. Am I going to need tissues? Probably. Jen says, got to 43% in Salem's Lot, broke down some boxes from the garage, and finished 3 more patches. Ooh, very nice. You are moving right along with Salem's Lot. I mean, you're almost halfway. That's awesome. Thanks for the sprints. See you next week. Happy autumn equinox. Yes, tomorrow is the first day of fall. So, happy fall, everyone. Because if I don't see you, happy fall. But you'll see me next week, and you'll probably see me in the comments and on other people's sprints. So Sam says I got to 68% and am getting sleepy. Yeah, it's getting to be that time. I know it's 7:30 here, or almost 7:30. So you're what, an hour behind me? So it's starting to get into nighttime mode, because now when I'm done, I'm gonna have to go get the kids ready for bed. Not a mod, but I know Coda and Atia are both sprinting. Let's fix that then, because why not? Let me find. Because we like a good mod around here, and the more the merrier. Let me find you in the comments. Done. You should be a moderator. So post away. I'm probably going to pop into their sprints when I'm done here while I'm doing all of the other things like getting the kids ready for bed. Annie says, I only read 5 pages and ate dinner. Ooh. I hope dinner was nutritious and delicious. But yay, that's still productive. 5 pages is more than 0. And you ate dinner, so I call that a win. Jen says, I don't think so. I don't remember crying. Okay, so there's just some sad things. So maybe I'll keep a lookout. I just understood her a lot more, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with it too. Like, I feel like I'm like, now I understand why she is the way she is. Jen says, I agree, Jen. I got my feels about it, but don't remember tearing up per se. Yeah, okay. Okay. Annie, thanks for sprints. Have a good evening. You as well. Thanks for coming and hanging out. You changed your name, Jen. She did. I noticed that too, probably a couple weeks ago. And I was like, wait, did you change your name? Double excuse me. I don't know where that came from. Jen says, I just looked at the picture. Lily says, made it to page 89, slow and steady. Yes, but still, that is good progress. Nice. Hi, Jen from Lily. Hi, Lily from Double N Jen. And hi, Jen. All right. There you go. Jen put in the link for Coda's sprints. Go hop on over to them. I don't have the ability to just like forward people, like you guys can teleport to them. So I can't wait to be able to do that. And there is Atia's sprints. So either one, you can go and support our BookTube friends. I will go and do the same. And then if I can get it to cooperate, here is, let's see if it'll let me do it. There's the spreadsheet. So if you want to look and see if someone is sprinting later on tonight or very early in the morning tomorrow, everybody is listed by your time zones. But with that being said, I am going to call it a night because I have to get my kiddos in bed because tomorrow is school and they have picture day and they have their Lego brick after school program. So thank you for coming and hanging out with me today. I hope you guys were able to read and be productive with me. I will have some videos hopefully coming this week. I have one that I just edited Thursday. I just have to look it over and make sure it's where I want it to be and then upload it. And then I have one more to film, I think. I have to look at my list and then we'll start on October's stuff. So be on the lookout for new content. I will see you guys next Sunday, back to normal 11 a.m. And then also look out for, I will be build and chat type live on the 30th. If you guys like that, let me know because I can make that a monthly thing. Do like an hour to an hour and a half where I build something small and we can just chat, hang out. You can ask questions. We can talk about books, whatever you like. But until then, yes, have a good night. Thank you, Alicia. You're so welcome, Jen. I hope you guys were able to be productive. From Sam. Good night, Sam. Take care of you and the little one. And Jordan, hope. And I will see you guys throughout the comments and videos. So until next time, guys.